What is a straw man? Straw man. 1. A fictitious person, especially one that is weak or flawed. 2. A tenuous and exaggerated counterargument that an advocate puts forward for the sole purpose of disproving it, also termed straw man argument. 3. A third party used in some transactions as a temporary transferee to allow the principal parties to accomplish something that is otherwise impermissible. 4. A person hired to post a worthless bail bond for the release of an accused, also termed straminius homo. Someone, often an imaginary person, who is used to hide an illegal or secret activity. Another meaning is a person who serves as a cover or front for another's activities or transactions. Justification for using uppercase letters in your legal name. Your legal name is the government's way of identifying you. Your legal name isn't the one your parents gave you, but a government-created name for smoother business transactions. To outsmart the government, master the art of using your legal name strategically. Your legal name is a corporate entity formed from your given name. The government links your legal name to a deceased fictional character. This lets the government recognize and engage with you. To break free, stop believing your legal name defines you. We're often tricked into believing our legal names define us. Our legal names don't define us. We're living beings with physical bodies. Names are symbolic, not living beings. Legally, names are labels for artificial persons, aka corporations. Your legal name is the government's corporate identifier for you. You're not truly yourself because of this. The proof that names are labels for artificial persons or legal fictions lies in the legal definition of the term name. According to Black's Law Dictionary, 7th edition, a name is the title given to an individual, firm, or corporation. A corporation is an artificial person or legal entity created under state laws. In law, a name is the title given to a corporation, an artificial person. Why your legal name is capitalized. Your legal name, a liquid, is written in all caps because it represents liquidated capital. It's been transformed into a financial instrument through securitization. Thus, the term liquidated capital. Liquidating something means selling it all or selling it to settle a debt. Liquidated capital is named so because you, as a securitized individual, originated from your mother's watery womb. You're mostly just water too. As a water-based being, you've been transformed into liquidated capital due to securitization. Liquidating you transforms you into capital for the government to sell on the stock market and settle its debt. Splitting the word capital yields capital. The word capital comes from Latin, meaning of the head, hence, capital, chief, first. It derives from the Latin word caput, which means head in English. According to dictionary.com, capital refers to wealth, whether in money or property, owned or used in business by individuals, firms, corporations, and so on. Webster's Complete Dictionary, 1886, defines capitalize as converting money or stock into capital. I bet you didn't know the government is a business. Just like your legal name, the government is a corporate entity, not real. The U.S. government is a foreign corporation in relation to a state in the United States. The U.S. government, being a corporate entity, lacks natural rights and power. It thrives on the life force of humans. Society often falls for the illusion that the government is a living being. No government exists in reality because it lacks a living representative. The government's agents are exclusively men and women. As a corporation, the government lacks the ability to think, speak, see, touch, smell, or perform human actions. The government operates solely in our imaginary realm. To function in the real world, it needs a bridge to connect with living, breathing people. The government, being fictional, cannot interact with a real you, a living person. To solve this, you just need to agree to be the bridge between reality and a fictional government character. The conduit is the legal name, often written in all caps. You're not dealing with a real person, but rather a fictional entity the government uses to interact with you. When you become a legal person with a legal name, you establish a connection that enables the government to engage in business with you. It grants the government and court jurisdiction over you to master the rules and exercise your rights to seize control. Tricked into becoming a corporation. The government legally claims you as a corporation by creating an artificial person, often written in all capital letters, and tricking you into agreeing to be that legal name. Your legal name was born and bonded shortly after you. The bond that documents your birth date is called a birth certificate. A birth certificate is a death certificate, recorded on a bond. A bond is a fancy contract that promises to pay a specific amount of money. It's a sealed document where the maker agrees to pay a designated sum to someone else. There's usually a condition that, if met, makes the obligation void. By accepting the role of a legal fiction, the government gains the right to collect money from you. Legal does not equal lawful. Good news. A birth certificate is like a stock certificate. Learn to use it right and you'll be its owner. Your legal name is a corporation. Spotting capital letters on government documents can help identify if a name is a corporate legal fiction. Almost always, if a name is in all caps, it's a corporate name, or legal fiction. Even if a name isn't in all caps on a government document, it could still be a corporation. Government and financial documents are legal, so the names on them are considered corporate designations. Legal names are often written in all capital letters because they have a magical touch. Check your birth certificate or driver's license for your legal name, which should be in all caps. Your birth certificate is more than a mere birth record. It's a legally enchanting document. Sigils on birth certificates, the reason. Magic, a power with dual potential. Utilize your birth certificate wisely for personal gain. Your birth certificate is basically a stock certificate. It's proof that you have a stake in a corporation, like the United States, Incorporated. Were you born with a bounty? The process of turning you into capital, or liquidated capital, is essentially putting a bounty on your head. Your birth certificate is a valuable financial document with your name in all caps, essentially putting a bounty on your head. Your birth certificate is the secret behind stock market bonds. Babies born worldwide are quickly targeted by governments for a reward. Governments see citizens as assets and possessions. As a living individual, you are not subject to the jurisdiction of the corporate government, despite being considered their property. If you become a citizen of the corporate government, it gains jurisdiction over you. Why? By becoming a citizen, you also agree to play the role of an artificial person. By agreeing, you embrace the realm of fiction, aka the realm of the dead. An artificial person lacks natural rights. When you become a U.S. citizen, the government considers you an employee of the United States, a federal corporation. For proof, check line 15 of Title 28 U.S. Code Section 3002. It states that United States refers to a federal corporation. Why does the U.S. have a president and a vice president? Every big company needs a president and a vice president. The U.S. Incorporated is no different. U.S. citizens, as employees of the United States, must adhere to its rules, just like employees of a corporation such as Walmart. U.S. citizens have privileges, not natural rights, similar to corporate employees. You have the freedom to stop being a U.S. employee whenever you want, as long as you know how to exercise your natural rights. When I mentioned the United States, I meant the incorporated entities, United States, Incorporated, or United States of America, Incorporated, not the unincorporated country known as the United States of America. The U.S., Incorporated, is based in Washington, D.C., a district controlled by agents of the British monarchs and the Pope within a 10-mile radius. This district is non-American, unincorporated. The United States, Incorporated, is a foreign corporation to states like Minnesota or New York. Foreign agents in D.C. serve the U.S. people, so respect them if they do their job well and uphold our rights. Your straw man was born when you were too young to know better. It was meant to be a secret, designed to swindle you effectively since its creation. So, what exactly is a straw man? A strawman is a made-up legal entity, designed to trick someone into thinking they are responsible for fake expenses and debts. How does one create a strawman? The parents mistakenly believe that their child's birth certificate, which is completely superfluous, contains information about it and belongs to their child. Just why make a strawman? The answer is to trick humans into paying imaginary costs and penalties by charging the strawman. These sneaky charges, like income tax, council tax, inheritance tax, capital gains tax, road tax, import tax, value-added tax, fuel levy, loan interest, bank charges, and more, are cleverly invented by full-time professionals who hope you won't notice or realize that you never agreed to pay them. Let's examine the meaning of the term resurrection now. Resurrection, life after death. A timeless belief embraced by diverse cultures, religions, and mythologies. Resurrection comes from the Latin word resurrectio, which means to raise or lift up by combining meaning again or back, and surrectio. The term perfectly captures resurrection. Resurrection, the epitome of renewal and rebirth. It offers hope for a new beginning, the opportunity to overcome obstacles, and the belief that even in despair, there is potential for positive change and fresh starts. Resurrection, a rebirth that transforms and empowers, shedding old baggage to emerge stronger and better. This concept fosters personal growth by helping individuals overcome past struggles and mistakes. Resurrection, a symbol of strength that highlights our ability to overcome and bounce back from tough times. It fuels resilience and perseverance in tough times, inspiring change and self-improvement. It prompts self-reflection, amends, and a purposeful life. I named my YouTube channel, Your Strawman Resurrection, because it's meant to capture the global phenomenon of personal transformation. Actually, my sisters introduced me to the term strawman about 4 months ago. I was clueless about that term. Since then, I've committed to helping those ready to wake up and live. Before I depart, I just want to say that the complexity of this procedure exceeds expectations. This is a true moment of enlightenment. The realization that mankind has been fooled is only the beginning. The goal is to shed our former selves in order to renew our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and, most importantly, our willingness to follow instructions. For far too long, we have been unconscious in this artificial social structure, and more importantly, we have been unconscious before our Maker. The Bible is the basis for our legal system, as you shall see in the upcoming episodes. Our Creator instituted common law. Obedience is both the key to our success and the source of our greatest strength. Until next time, be well, and stay love.